Well, Coach, in a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west. But for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
The tackle by Derwin James.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Check out. 140. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Hey, check 24. Check 24. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, check. You got tight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Luck. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous. Check 3. Go ahead.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Desmond King back deep. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
Hey, set. 29. Alpha. No. Go Bandit.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Wait, set. Ready? Hey, Alabama. Hey, Wood. Hey, Alabama.
Shotgun now for Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
450. Recon, 132 fighter.
They're going to run. This is Gordon. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsider. Well, Coach, in a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Check out. 40. 50 the mic. 50 the mic. All day. All day. Tight dog. Tight dog. Tight dog. Strong right. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 49, check 49, check 49. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On second and 11 now. Luck. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. From the 50, it's Luck. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Luck now to throw. Screen pass to Lindsay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Bravo.
Third and long. It's Luck. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Wait, that's 53. 77 is the mark. 72. Check 3. Check 3.
Now a first carry from Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to pump the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This secondary, Charles, much maligned during the week. They didn't have their best game in the loss last week, but a nice play there.
Yeah, and I just know what they went through last week. I mean, ever since that time, their pride was hurt. They kept getting reminded of it in the local media, had to watch it on tape, and you know the coaches just got after him. They came in ready to play.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. From the gun, it's Brady. And this one caught by Beasley. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Wait 10, wait 20, Mike 54. You remember me? You remember me? Wait 28.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like
yeah,
that?
yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there heals a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
Chargers first down.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They run it here with Gordon. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. On play action, it's Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Brady to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
At the 24-yard line.
Shit! Alert! Watch out. General West!
From the 24, Luck flushed out right. He completes this to Sutton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Pull it high. Strong right.
From the gun on third down, Luck. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Go! The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
47. Check, 47.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
Quit talking about it and bring it. When he hits.
Brady for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete to Keenan Allen.
Watch safety Green. Regular. Let me do.
Now a play fake. Brady. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Brady now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Monday. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Hey, watch the slant.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. This pass complete to Higgins. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now it's Luck. Lets it fly for Treadwell. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. They go play action here on first down.
Switch gears.
Dancing to his left.
Brady on the keeper.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Check it.
Now Brady. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sheldon Richardson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Luck. Steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Six-man.
Look at this, a tight end carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Brady. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Run. 61, match. 50, 50.
After the interception, it's Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Mike 50. Come to my world. We won. Come to my world.
From the gun, here's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Check 31. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On. Wide. Get wide. 12.
Out of the gun, Locke. Buying time to his left. They'll find Lindsey here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Under 10. Under 10. Record. Check 24. Check 52.
On second down, it's Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsey, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Ozzy! Hey, exit! 50.
On play action, now Brady. Open man, it's Allen. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Gordon on first down, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 41, Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On third and long, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing his Love. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
49.
It's locked. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Now call it no gain there on the first down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Open man is Winfrey. A well-executed 22-yard gain. To the air again, Luck. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Melvin Ingram picks up his second sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. On the counter, Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. Here's Luck. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Throwing now is Brady. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. Touchdown, LA! Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike 50. Let's go, D.
X3, 218, chopper.
50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Blue down, blue down.
Here's Locke. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Check out. 5, Monday. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
49 to Mike, 49 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
11Z.
49, guys. Mike.
Hey, wahoo.
49's the Mike. Watch 49. You got nothing.
To throw on second down is Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Check it out.
Gone right.
Third and long, it's Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. On the return, it's King. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
72. Jackson, reload!
Now Brady. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Regular.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. That play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, and they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.